I gotta make an announcement to whoever is like in their early 20s or going to be 20 or like as a young adult or getting out of high school. Be Stay with your parents. Please stay with your parents. If they're toxic, stay with somebody that you can trust. The reason why I say this because as a young adult, like you don't have any assets yet. You don't have no financial assets. And if you decide to be reckless and go out, get out of your parents' house and just rent a place or go to college and like, you know, freaking have like a ton of bills to pay and you know damn well that your parents are not rich, like you need to make this decision quick and decide to stay with your parents. Like this is very important because I feel like a lot of kids nowadays or young adults don't understand how important it is to have some type of security to where you know that you could save your money up, and they don't know what advantages you could take staying with your parents. Like I could say this for myself that I kind of regret leaving, like moving out, because like it's good and all, you do have your freedom, but at the same time is mentally tough. Like I'm really on my own. Like I really live by myself, and the shit really is lame as hell. Like yes, I have all this stuff. Like I could buy my own shit, whatever I want. You know, come with I have to do any. People complaining about dishes or whatever like that. But like the shit ain't really all that. Like I realize that there's an end goal to anything, and I realize that I'm still young enough to stay with my parents or family members that I could stay with and save my money up for a better lifestyle instead of just moving in or just moving out of the place and just living in a whack ass like apartment and stuff like that. Like you don't have to do that. Like everybody, they think like people feel like they do that just to flex it. Like I was like that myself. I felt like I was a man to get my own place, which I did. But then after, like it's been a year since I lived in my place, and I honestly realized it was not worth it. It was not worth this having all these things, because at the end of the day you have to pay debt to anything. You have to pay to your rent, you got to pay your light bill, gas bill, all this stuff. And it's like what's worth all this stuff? Like yes, I learned the ability to be responsible for myself, but at the same time I could have saved all this money up to have a better place or to invest and save into my school without having to pay out of pocket as much, because I do have some scholarships, but I got to pay out of pocket. And there's a lot of money that I could have saved up in my savings staying with my family members. But instead, I was selfish and I wanted to just get my own place without dealing with like bullshit. But other than that, just be grateful you're living with your parents and they're letting you stay with them, because if you like don't take advantage of that and don't save your money up and they kick you out, you're gonna regret it. Like you're really gonna regret it. And mentally, being by yourself, bro, in your own place is not fun at all. Like the shit is so boring. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was an introvert, but now that I have my own place and I'm just by myself all the damn time, like I kind of realized that I actually like to have company. I actually like to have people around me just to, feel social. I feel like I'm more social now. I feel like I keep saying feel like, shut up. I need to. I just in a couple of months, bro, I'm gonna get out of this place and just live with somebody or friend, cause this like living on my own shit ain't fun at all. Like it's so boring. And I live in a small ass town. I live in a small ass town in Kansas. So like nothing really goes on out here. Like I don't really talk to a lot of people out here like that. So yeah, it's ugh. And on top of that, yeah, where I live in the country. It's a lot boring in my opinion because I'm from a bigger city. And yeah, man, whoever is watching this and you're living with your parents and you're like in your in your early 20s or late teens, like decide to stay with your parents to save up your money because you're going to be so grateful how much money you could save up. You have no idea how much money you could save up staying with your parents. If you have a good, decent job that's paying you at least $11 an hour to 15, 16, you're going to save like at least a couple $1,000, or even you can make $10,000, like 10K, 20K, or even like 30K for the whole year, and you're gonna be set. You're gonna at least have some type of plan if you want to plan a business, or if you want to move out. You at least have more than enough to do that, and like still plan to have other things that you want to do for your like profession. But don't rush. Like take it easy. At least 2 years once you get out of high school, or like if you're in your early 20s, at least like a couple of years, like 3, 4. Stay with them. Save up your money. You're gonna have more than enough to not worry about paying bills or anything like that. Like it's really overrated. It's really overrated, bro. Like it's really not. It's really like if you want to settle, you could do that. But me, if anybody's not wanting to settle in a place, stay with your parents, save up your money. Please do that. It's the most smartest way to do. And like if your parents are toxic, family members are toxic in the household, try to attempt to move somewhere else with a friend that's willing to give you, a place to stay in, or another family member. Like just try to attempt that because it's really not worth having your own place. It's really not, especially if you don't have the finances to do that. You know. So, I hope everybody stay blessed, and you're not alone in terms of depression and all that stuff, anxiety. I get that here. I get that. Sometimes, but you just got to move forward, and hope everybody has a blessed day. So see ya. Peace.